Good morning, everybody. This is Wendy, and this is Let's Talk About Love. So, I decided I'm not going to try to do videos every day or multiple times a day. Um, I'm not here to talk at people. I don't want people to be like, oh, another video? Oh my God, there she is again? Oh my God. I would rather try to maybe record like once a week and maybe have, more impact on what it is I'm trying to say, what I'm trying to do. And I'm figuring that out as I go. Um, and, I don't want to talk at you. I want to engage, and I really love the people that leave the comments and respond to the videos and everything. I really appreciate that. And I really enjoy engaging on the videos. I would love to see more dialogue in the comments, even if they're not positive, I'm not always going to get positive comments, and that's okay. That doesn't mean we can't have a dialogue as long as it stays constructive. And, you know, um, if anybody has questions or, just want to contribute to the conversation or add their 2 cents on the subject, that something that I've not mentioned or anything like that that would help contribute um, to the subject or whatever. I would love that. I really want to have this be interactive. And um, today I want to talk about laughter. I want to talk about laughter. Recently, it has come to my attention that the most healthy relationships I've had in my life, whether it's family, coworkers, bosses, uh, friendships, lovers, whatever it is, laughter has always been a part of the most healthiest relationships I've ever been in. And it's so constructive and healing and it's magical and just healing, laughter is healing. And noticing this with the current relationship that I'm in, how much we laugh, how much humor there is, and if we have a tough moment, a disagreement or something like that, and, we recover quickly and repair it quickly, bringing in humor and laughter and just purposely wanting to see joy in each other. And, my family, it's like that. My friends, that it's like that. And, just how wonderful that is. And it made me reflect on some of the unhealthier relationships that I've had in my life. Again, family, friends, coworkers, doesn't matter. Whatever dynamic it is, the most unhealthy relationships that I've encountered lacked laughter and humor and joy. And I found those to be the most toxic situations that I've ever been in. Um, and it made me recall on a past lover that, the whole, even, during the love bombing stage and everything like that, although everything was just this feel good, wonderful, you know, um, good feel, whatever, there was very little laughter. And, that when the love bombing phase goes away, so does that joy and definitely no laughter, And, I started thinking about it. Is a lack of laughter a sign of toxicity? And that doesn't necessarily mean one person or the other is toxic, but with the connection itself between two people is not healthy. Maybe they're amazing people by themselves or in different dynamics. But what if you're in a connection with somebody and there's just not that humor and there's not laughter and you're not experiencing that joy? Is that toxic? I'm kind of thinking it might be. I think there's something to be said about laughter and humor, humor between humans in any dynamic, in any relationship. And I look back and I go, the relationships that I've experienced that lacked laughter, and joy. Not necessarily just joy, but lacked laughter and humor, and I guess that purpose of creating joy for each other um, was toxic, you know, and that's something I pay attention to now. If I'm trying to have any kind of connection with somebody and you just lack humor and laughter, and that kind of brings a lack of joy in a certain facet, is that toxic? I kind of think it is, and that's not to say that, there's a lack of laughter if someone's depressed or is going through a traumatic situation or, dealing with mental health or something. That's totally set aside. That's totally different. But I'm talking about just a normal dynamic between normal people, or maybe one is not normal, but, that's something to pay attention to. Is there laughter? Is there humor? Do you bring each other joy? If not, I feel like something's missing, and is that a precursor to worse things to come down the road? This is it's just a kind of one of those, is it a red flag? Because it's not a green one to me. If I can't make them laugh, because I'm always, humor and laughing and joyful, I'm all about the kindness and love and everything like that. If I can't make someone laugh, barely crack a smile, and they don't even try that with me, to me, that's toxic, Laughter is healing, and it's so important, laughter and humor, especially when resolving conflict, and trying to repair that conflict. It's so important. It's just a simple thought, but that was my thought today. So I think that's it. So if you feel like it, please engage in the conversation. Leave comments down below, and I'm not asking for likes or subscribes. That'll happen naturally, if it's going to happen. And but engagement is always fun. I like to hear opinions. If there's criticism, that's fine. Just please make sure it's constructive. And be kind to each other in the comments too. That's really important. So, well, that's it for today. It's just a short one. I love everybody. I hope you're having an amazing day. Please be kind to yourself. Please be kind to others. And have an amazing day. Signing out.